Okay, good morning. We're down to the last part of your chapter 1, which is called the Conceptual Framework, Conceptual Paradigm, and the definition of terms. Okay, let's begin with the Conceptual Framework and Paradigm. So it says here that it consists of the researcher's own position on a problem, a tentative explanation of the problem. So if you can still remember the IPO, or the input, process, and output method. So that is a researcher's own position on a problem. So later on, I'll give you an example of a framework and a paradigm. Alright? So this is an example of a conceptual paradigm. Now again, you have here the input, process, and output. Under the input, if you can still remember your statement of the problem, since ito ay, yung statement of the problem nyo ay naka-question form, ang gagawin nyo lang for the input, tatanggalin nyo lang yung question form. Like for example, in your SOP or statement of the problem, nakalagay nyo doon na what is the demographic profile of respondents in terms of age, sex, general weighted average, and address. Now, pagdating mo sa input, nagiging demographic profile of respondents in terms of, and then you list down all the demographic profile. Pagdating mo doon sa pangalawang question, again, tatanggalin mo lang yung what is or the question form, and then you proceed kung ano yung SOP or SOP number 2 nyo. Same with SOP number 3 about the significant difference or significant relationship. Again, tinatanggal lang yung question form. Now, for the process, kung mapapansin nyo, from your input, ano lang gagawin dyan? Lalagyan nyo lang siya ng, since ang process nyo is analysis, so lalagyan nyo lang analysis on the, again, you copy from the input, demographic profile of respondents. For number 2, analysis on the, copy the input, analysis on the significant difference, and then you copy all. Now, pagdating tayo sa output, ano yung gusto mong mangyari? After analyzing your input, ano yung gusto mong mangyari? Dito, since ang topic nito is about the, or again, ang basis nito ay yung learning continuity plan, so ang nagiging output nitong research na to ay improve learning continuity plan. Other input would be like, for example, pwedeng magkanda kayo ng seminar, or pwedeng magkanda kayo ng trainings, or pwedeng makagawa kayo ng isang presentation. So, depende sa kung ano yung inyong research. So, ang output nakadepende sa kung ano yung inyong research working title. Alright? Now, let us proceed with the conceptual framework. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, mayroong naka-color na mga words. So, ibig sabihin, yun lamang ang inyong papalitan. Kasi depende, like for example, the researcher's input presents the demographic profile of the respondents according to yung age, sex, general weighted average, and address. Diba, iba-iba naman yung nakalagay natin dito. So, papalitan mo lang mula doon kay age hanggang kay address. And then, you put a comma here. Proceed ka doon sa iyong pangalawang question. At yung naka-blue dito, ito yung pangatlong question. Again, kung ano yung nasa conceptual paradigm mo, yun yung dapat makita natin sa conceptual framework. Now, proceed. Analysis on the. Remember, doon sa inyong process, may nakalagay itong analysis on the. So again, babaguhin mo lang din dito kung ano yung mga demographic profile. Ano yung SOP number 2 at yung SOP number 3. Pagdating doon sa after conducting study on the data gathered, the output is, yon. Di ba nakalagay doon sa example natin ng paradigm about sa input is improved learning continuity plan? So, nilagyan namin dito na the output is an improved learning continuity plan in consideration of the learner's expectation in modular distance learning. So, ibig sabihin, for the output, i-explain nyo bakit yun ang gusto nyo maging output. Dito sa example na binigay ko, kaya improve learning continuity plan kasi gusto namin i-consider yung expectation ng mga learners with regards to modular distance learning. Like for example, kung hindi ina-expect ng mga learners yung mga nakasulat doon sa learning continuity plan of the school, so mag-a-adjust kami. Kaya nga siya ay improve learning continuity plan. So sa inyo, iisip kayo ng output and then ano yung reason bakit yun yung output na gagawin nyo. Okay, now let us proceed to the last part of chapter 1, which is the definition of terms. First, only terms, words, or phrases which have special or unique meaning in the study are defined. Specifically, those terms in the research title. So basically, ang mga dinedefine natin is coming from our research title. Kasi baka yung word na yon ay iba ang ibig sabihin sa ibang tao at iba din naman yung ibig sabihin or paano mo siya ginamit sa inyong study. So better to define the terms that is coming from your research working title. Terms should be defined operationally. That is how they are used in the study. When we speak about operationally, ibig sabihin, paano ba ginamit yung salita na yun sa ating study? Hindi siya kinuha sa dictionary or ginugol natin yung definition. Kung hindi, inalam natin or define natin ang isang term base sa kung paano siya ginamit. Now, the researcher may develop his own definition from the characteristics of the term defined. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Hindi siya mula sa dictionary or ginugol natin. Gumawa tayo ng sarili nating definition in order for the readers to understand what is really meant by the term. Hindi pa pwede. Baka kasi pag kinuha natin sa dictionary, iba yung meaning niya sa kung paano natin ginamit yung term na yun sa ating study. Ano? So, definition should be as brief, clear, and unequivocal as possible. Ibig sabihin, malinaw para sa mga readers. Like for example, some definitions coming from a dictionary, medyo complicated yung kanyang explanation or definition. So better, you develop your own definition, maging clear or malinaw as much as possible para sa mga readers. Acronyms should always be spelled out fully, especially if it is not commonly known or it is used for the first time. Like for example, yung mga acronyms natin like PCHS, other readers wouldn't know what is meant by PCHS, right? So we have to spell it out para mas maunawaan ng ating mga readers. Write the definition in a sentence form. Do not place a hyphen between the term and its definition. So, later on, you'll see kung paano na ginagawa ito. Na? And then use 0.5-inch definition. Alright? Now, this is an example. So, to understand and clarify the terms used in the study, the following are hereby defined. Yan, expectations. Kung kukuhain natin siya from a dictionary, iba yung lalabas. Ano? So, dito, define namin yung expectations as an anticipations of the senior high school students regarding how modular distance learning is implemented in Pitogo Community High School. Sa ganitong paraan, mas naging malinaw sa mga readers kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng expectation. So, gumawa kami ng sarili naming definition. We develop our own definition about expectations. Now, modular distance learning is a new alternative delivery modality in the public school where learning is in the form of individualized instruction that allows learners to use self-learning modules in print format or electronic copy. PCHS or refers to the name of the school, which is Pitogo Community High School. Ito yung sinasabi natin na mayroong siyang abbreviation. SHS students, yan, are grade 11 and 12 senior high school students of Pitogo Community High Schools who serves as the respondents of the study. So, ganun yung paggawa ng definition of terms. Ano, hindi siya nagmula sa Google, hindi siya nagmula sa dictionary, pero nakapag-develop tayo ng definition on our own. Okay, thank you.